Hello friends, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I hope you enjoy this video enough to subscribe. Now this video has been released on a Sunday, and this may be a new feature, and I'm calling it Sunday Roast. I know nothing new or genius because in England we like a roast traditionally on a Sunday, but also it's my opportunity to roast a watch. Now this has all happened coincidentally because today's watch is one of these from Wishdoit. There'll be a link in the description if you want to check out this watch. It's around £100 and it has been sent to me for review. But rest assured, as this is a Sunday roast video, you're going to see that I am a very honest watch reviewer. This is not a sales pitch. I'm going to show you why sometimes a good value watch is not always very good. Now do subscribe if you want to find out all the other kind of watches that I do review. Countless other brands which offer really good watches for around your £100 or less or a bit more. So you're going to enjoy my take on why I think this watch is actually not that good, even for only £100. Before I get into the full roast of this watch, I first of all want to apologise for this. This is a mosquito bite. Please do not be put off. I got eaten alive on a little camping trip and they decided to eat my hand. So this is it. This is the Wishdoit. First thing I'm going to get out of the way is this is an incredibly close homage to a watch from Long Island Watches, a brand which sell many other watches, including Squale, Seiko, many others. Mark from Long Island Watches has his own brand, Islander Watches. This is basically a complete rip-off of one of those. Really good seller apparently, according to Mark. A few colourways available. This is this sort of seafoam turquoise colour. There's a blue and then there's a sort of sandy colour. All around £100. Apparently they were £350, so I don't think anyone's ever paid £350 for one of these, so that's one of those complete BS from AliExpress saying it was £11 million, discounted down to 50p. Not true. It's always going to be about £100. Sometimes they sell these on Amazon. They do sell other Wishdoit watches on Amazon. So Mark apparently gave a pretty good review of this watch, which is not what I'm going to be doing. What is this watch like objectively? Before I get into the complete roasting, what are you getting objectively? Stats and specs. You're getting a just under 40mm case size. You're getting a 12.7mm thick case, including this sapphire crystal without AR coating. The lug width is 20mm. The length of the watch is 47.5mm. The crown is 6.5mm. The water resistance apparently is 150 meters, but I can't verify that because I don't have a diving license and I can't go deeper than a couple of meters anyway because I had ear surgery. But I would say because it's got a screw down crown and seals and gaskets everywhere, pretty much safe for a bit of swimming in a holiday pool. It does have BGW9 lume, but I'll include that in my roasting section. All solid stainless steel, including this bracelet with a milled clasp, 5 micro adjusts, no diver's extension or micro adjust on the fly or anything like that. Push pins in here to size the bracelet up. So you push pins out, take a link out, push the pin back in for your resizing. Movement is a Seiko NH35 movement with the date window down here at the 6 o'clock, which I do actually like. Glass bezel insert, 120 clicks, unidirectional rotating. It is not loomed. Mostly brushed case with a bit of chamfering polish. Tapered bracelet 20 down to 16. Lovely boat design on the back there. Solid female end links. Interesting ocean floor ripply sand design on the dial. Polished indices, polished hands. As I said earlier, filled with BGW9 lume or something that's equivalent. I think that covers what you need to know about this watch. Now it's time for some cooking. But just to tease you one tiny bit more, I'm going to tell you what I like about the watch because that won't take long. And then I'll move on to the roasting. What do I like? I think it's a very attractive looking watch. I love the design. I love the colour. I love the textured dial. I love the proportions. I love the wearability of the watch. All that design element has been done extremely well and it fits on the wrist nicely. And it's a good grab and go, do anything kind of watch. Perfect for holidays, perfect for summer. That's some really good positives. It's got a fantastic specification. That's the other positive. But if you were to put specification as a knob of butter, this is a very, very thinly spread piece of butter. It's got a lot of it, but it's got to spread a long way. But we're meant to be talking about positives. I like the fact it's got a Seiko automatic. They're reliable. It's keeping good time in this one. And the overall finishing is pretty good. The brushing's neat and tidy. The polishing's pretty good. I like that it's got a glass bezel insert, plays with the light nicely and complements the sapphire crystal. And that's where we're going to stop. Now it's time for me to highlight why this is a very sloppy watch. Like I said in the thumbnail, alignment issues. This is extraordinarily wonky. The marker at 12 doesn't quite line up with the chapter ring. The chapter ring doesn't quite line up with the bezel insert. Nothing lines up. We've got wonky markers here, especially this one at the 9 o'clock. It's actually slightly twisted. As you can see here, the 30 just doesn't line up with the minute marker down here at the bottom of the chapter ring. It looks like someone with cross eyes has put this together in the factory. Then we go to unscrewing the crown. Nice 6.4 millimeters in diameter, but it's not very deep. So that means when I'm trying to unscrew it and then screw it back in, my fingers keep rubbing and actually end up scraping the skin off where this fairly coarse bezel is. So that is just a bit annoying and a bit uncomfortable to do and to twist back in. Maybe it's to help complement the rugged nature of my hands at the moment, I don't know. I forgot to say about the bezel action, sorry, before I destroy this watch completely, I just want to say the bezel action is extremely good. It's just a shame that the alignment is absolutely shit. Quite baggy tolerances in with this end link here, lots of play, same with the links, very jingle jangly. And that's created by there being lots of play and lack of tightness between all the metal elements. And that's how you get the jingle jangle effect. The colour of the steel in the bracelet doesn't quite match the steel of the case. It's slightly darker for some reason on the bracelet, so that doesn't look quite right. The clasp doesn't quite shut properly. I sometimes feel like I've clicked it, but look, it pops open. I did hear a click and then it pops open. Hear that? So I have to double check the click. And there you go, it's all right that time. So, sloppy clasp engagement. Coarse finishing on the top of this case. The circular brushing on the case top is a little bit scruffy. The bracelet and the clasp is extremely edgy. By that I mean just rubbing it through your hands like this, it feels quite sharp. And the last sloppy thing is the lume application. So I'm going to give it a boost with my UV torch. I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera, but this 9 o'clock marker actually does show up a bit. But by the naked eye, it's a lot duller than the rest. The hands are glowing, look on camera pretty well, but to be honest, they're the brightest element, and that's probably the most important thing. We've got no reference point on the insert. There's no loomed element for you to do any dive timing. The application of the loom at the 12 o'clock also is a bit faded compared to the 3. It's basically inconsistent, patchy, dull, not very long lasting loom. So if you've had your fill of Sunday roast, hope you enjoy my outro. Now, customary to my watch reviewing is I like to throw in, wherever possible, an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. Come on, do a better job. You could do it. Do it now. So if you've made it to this part of the video, thank you. Apparently, according to my analytics, 82% of my views in the last month have been from people who aren't subscribed, which is sacrilegious. So please help this channel grow. Hit that button if you watched a few of my videos. It costs you nothing. And if you change your mind, obviously, you can leave another time. But in the meantime, thanks for watching and subscribing as well. I'll see you in another one real soon. Bye for now.